Hey everybody, this is Mike with Birdman Gaming, and I'm actually in a much better state today. Yesterday I was so exhausted, so the my video was somewhat incoherent, and I apologize to every last one of you guys for that. Today we're going to do the Extreme Rules predictions. Um, just to let you guys know, last night's AEW event was really good. I was wrong on a lot of my predictions. But the show, they're keeping it fresh and not predictable. And that's what I'm actually really enjoying about AEW so far. But before we get into the Extreme Rules tonight, I want to let you all know that this week I'm going to try and get a review out tomorrow. I've got like 15 movies on my list to watch. I just don't know what I'm going to watch yet to do a review on. Um, and of course, the state of the channel had some interesting numbers pop up this week. So I'm going to walk you all through that on the state of the channel this week. Also, if you like these videos, of course, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I post something new. With all that being said, let's get into these predictions. I'm looking at CBS Sports right now for the match card for tonight. Just so that you guys know where I'm getting my information about what's going on in the event. These matches are not going to be in order of how they're going to be presented on the pay-per-view. So this is just the CBS Sports lineup of what the card is, and then these are my thoughts in particular on who's going to win, lose, whatever, you know. So the first match that they have listed is the winner takes all Extreme Rules match with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. The winner of this match, Seth and Becky are currently the men and women's Raw champions. If Baron or Lacey pick up the pin, they both become the respective champions. My personal opinion is it's going to be Seth and Becky picking up the win here. It is Extreme Rules, so that does mean no DQ, no countouts, or anything like that. However, SummerSlam's coming up, so they're going to want to build to SummerSlam. Seth and Becky both are huge draws for WWE currently. So you've got to keep the huge draw to build for one of your big four events, you know. So that's my thought process going into this. Also, nobody wants to see Baron Corbin as a champion. He's already ran his course. Next match is Kofi versus Samoa Joe. Personally, I'd love to see Joe with a belt, but it's too early right now in this feud. So Kofi's going to retain. But they can actually build a long feud into SummerSlam off of this. Like it'll be a goofy finish or something, and Kofi wins, but similar to how they did with Ray, Joe's shoulders won't be both on the mat or something. And it'll build to the SummerSlam where maybe Joe actually gets the belt. Next match is Roman Reigns and The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre, no holds barred. This one's hard to call. Right now, Roman Reigns is still the golden child. He's where Cena was about 10 years ago. So, WWE keeps pushing him and pushing him and pushing him, and even though he had that leukemia thing late last year, early this year, um, you really there's getting to the point where they're pushing it down everybody's throats again. And so with all of that, Roman and Taker are going to win, but is going to set up Drew versus the Undertaker for either SummerSlam or Mania next year. Probably SummerSlam. Next match, United States Champion Ricochet versus AJ. This has the potential to be the match of the night. Ricochet is a great wrestler. They both have that amazing cruiserweight style, even though AJ's no longer cruiserweight size. So this really has potential. I see Ricochet retaining, but probably because it's going to be a DQ, and because Gallows and Anderson are going to get involved. It'll build to a rematch at SummerSlam, and that's where a lot of these title changes are going to happen. Is going to be at SummerSlam. Strowman versus Lashley, last man standing match. This is another one to watch tonight, honestly. Yeah, it's two big guys. Strowman and Lashley both move like cruiserweights, though. They try to pull off the insanity, even though they're both really big guys. So this has a ton of potential to be a great match. While I hate saying it, I think Lashley's going to pick up a win here. But I want to see Strowman really win. I really want to see Strowman get a push. So next match is the SmackDown's Women's Champion Bayley versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, 2-on-1 handicap match where if Nikki wins or Alexa picks up the pinfall, they become the champ, and it's I think a co-championship. However, if rumors are to be believed, Sasha Banks will show up sometime during the match tonight. I see Bayley retaining because it is not a no DQ match. Bayley might retain from a DQ, which might actually set up a heel turn. I keep saying Bayley's going to turn heel, but so far it hasn't happened. All it takes is one thing, though. So I don't know. Next match listed is Raw Tag Team Champions, The Revival versus the Uso. This is the only match where I really think that the titles could change tonight. They're both really good tag teams. So it's a 50-50 booking here. I still think the Revival will retain and set up for SummerSlam. But if the Usos win, I won't be surprised. They've been putting in really good work, and it could keep the feud going to SummerSlam where a rematch is possible. Next match is SmackDown Tag Team Champions Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus The New Day versus Heavy Machinery in a three-way Tag Team Championship match. It's going to be Bryan and Rowan retaining. Um, this has the potential of maybe having Wyatt show up. I don't know. It's either this or the next match where he has the potential to really show up. This is just going to be. It'll be a match. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near match of the night material or anything, but it'll be entertaining. Next match is Aleister Black versus Cesaro. This is the other match where I think Bray Wyatt, if they're going to pull the trigger on him, will show up to set up a feud between Black and Bray Wyatt. But I see Black winning. This is his first match back from injury, I believe. CBS is saying that this is a possible dark horse candidate for match of the night, and they're both good workers, and they can both pull off really good matches. So I could see that. I still say Aleister's going to win. And like I said, Wyatt has a potential to show up tonight during this match to set up a feud between him and Aleister Black, which would be a great program for both of them, really. And then this is probably going to be pre-show. Cruiserweight champion Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese. And I think this is a rematch from Stomping Ground. Honestly, this is the only other title I could see being changed tonight. And they're going to possibly play hot potato with the Cruiserweight Championship for a while, just to keep it semi-fresh. Gulak right now is the champion, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tony Nese wins tonight. Of course, don't forget, we still have the 24/7 championship that's going to be floating around, and it might pop up once or twice tonight during the pay-per-view. Tonight's event will be starting at... The pre-show starts in about an hour and a half at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. And that would be 3 p.m. On the West Coast. Main show starts at 7. And I think it's going to be... I'm hoping it's going to be a good show. I was a huge fan of ECW back in the day. So I really enjoy these Extreme Rules type shows. I was a little bit upset that we didn't get an Extreme Rules match last night. But they're also trying to show what they're going to be putting on their TV product when it starts in October. So I can understand that. Yeah. Other than that, though, it has potential for tonight to be a decent show. I'm going to watch it, of course. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think might be the match of the night tonight. What matches are you looking forward to tonight? What are your predictions for some of these matches? You know? With all of that being said, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that little bell icon to be notified when I post something new. Like these videos if you actually like what I do, you know. And as always, remember, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be good to one another. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with, I think I'm going to be doing a review. Until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow.